Welcome to Attention Talk Video, where we pay attention to attention. Now, here's your host, Jeff Copper.
Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, cognitive engineer and ADHD coach, Jeff Copper. And today I want to talk about observations in people with ADHD and a lot of times why adults with ADHD don't plan. In my experience coaching, we're very quick to make subjective observations, and when you really dig into some things and you understand ADHD and the cognitive challenges and the emotions around it, you can begin to see kind of legitimate reasons why people with ADHD do what they do. That can explain it. So it's not uncommon for somebody with ADHD as an adult to be reluctant to commit to like a vacation or some time off in some shape or form. And I find that more often than not, and again, this is not a blanket statement, but more often than not, the person is in a work situation and the workload can ebb and flow. Maybe they're an event-ish type person and there's some things, or maybe you do a lot of project managing and you might be launching things, and things don't always go as scheduled. And because of the uncertainty of work or when you might be needed, there's a reluctance, because if you're taking some time off and there's been a delay in a product launch, or there's an issue at work or something like that, and you're not there, it creates a real problem cognitively, a lot of pressure. And so I find that a lot of people don't really make plans till they get really, really close to what's happening like the day before. And often they can't do what they want to do because they would have had made plans beforehand. And so this is a bit of a dilemma, because often when I'm working with people and I point this out, there's a legitimate reason is you don't know what your workload is going to be, and you're reluctant to make the commitment because if you're not around, it's going to create a real problem in your world and a lot of anxiety and a lot of frustration. And, they'll turn to me and go, "What do I do?" And I'm like, well, that's a bit of a challenge. You either like do it on blind faith and recognize it could happen and there'd be a challenge, or the legitimate reason is you're trying to stay current. Now, separately, a lot of people with ADHD, I like to describe like they don't celebrate successes. They're human doings. They do. And when they go to bed at night, it's almost like they're just trying to live to fight another day. They're just trying to get through it, right? And so this notion of, I don't really want to make a commitment because I don't want to get too far behind, because when I get far behind, it's hard to actually live through the day. It makes it really very much of a challenge. Ideally, if you're at work and, there's somebody else that you can help cover you while you're gone, that's great. Although sometimes people don't do the job that you're looking for, or they're just there as a stopgap. But a lot of times people with ADHD don't make those commitments because of pressure in these situations. And when I'm dealing with this, a lot of people still, they want an example, but, if I can explain to you the legitimate reason why you're not doing it, okay, then you can begin to understand there's nothing wrong with you. It's just a work element, and you're struggling to kind of keep up, and you don't want to do it because you'll fall behind and kind of create some problems. So anyway, sometimes self-awareness is really what you need in order to like let emotions go and be able to deal with it, or just understand that reason. So anyway, I hope this is giving you pause to think, particularly if you identify with this, and maybe give yourself some grace. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. We release a video like this each week on tips or insights or just general observations. If you're an existing viewer, what do you think? Thoughts on this? Can you identify with it? And have you had any luck getting around it? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.